They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Ariza is sent on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Fields. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Now he's loose at the 40. Joe Mixon. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Shotgun now with Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Steelers 7, Ravens 0.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 12. Here's Purdy. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and a yard. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Back to throw, Purdy. And this is caught. Touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 34 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now it's Fields. And he is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Fields now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields to Mixon on the check down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Escaping the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. And this one too low.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
To the left side, into the hands of Adunze. 3rd down and 6.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Moore, the motion man. Out of the gun, Fields. He's got his man, London, right side. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Fields. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Drake London, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A try here for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And running with power here. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. Here's Walker to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He's going to try and take off with it. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Purdy now to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Purdy on the sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Mixing up the middle. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Joe Mixon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Purdy from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Finding Walker complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good.
My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Flushed out right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. Now Purdy. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Purdy. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And this is going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Purdy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. This time, the extra point up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here we go. Good. Go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. How about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go, son. Hey, Ken. Chips left.
They run for it with Mixon. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about right a finish to this one. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A lot more was on